Hello, Eric. It's super windy where I am, so I should probably stay muted, just so you know.
Hey there.
Tracy, welcome. So, should we get started? I'm not sure if we expect more people to join. Let's kick off. I haven't spent too much time on thinking about the agenda. I just created it some few minutes ago. But let's kick off anyway. So just actions from last time, we talked about the launching of the SIG Events project. And I reached out to Care about that, and it's ongoing. So I don't have any more updates really. I think that the idea would probably be to launch it during CDCon, but yeah, I might still be wrong there. We'll see. Gary's on top of it at least. So the webinar we had 2 weeks ago, what do you think? Any comments about that?
I had a conflict, so I wasn't able to see it all, but from what I saw, all good. We should get, I don't know where the link is so that we can now really push it, but we should be pushing it through social media. Do we have do you have a link that I can start pushing out?
Heading to the recording, you mean?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yes. It's here now. I can just find it. I can paste it here. I just got to know about it. Slack. So there is the link to the webinar.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it. Yeah, it was quite few people. I mean, not too many attending. I believe there were about almost 20 signed up, but not even half of it showed up, I guess.
That's not uncommon.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the mileage you want to get is from social media.
So I guess that's one conclusion, at least, that we might need to announce it better next time if we want better attendance. more attendees. But anyway, I think the presentation held by Andrea and Eric there was super good. And it's good that we can now also announce the recording so people can look into that offline. That's
Exactly.
perfect. We had some discussions as well in the end. It's been 2 weeks now, so I can't really remember. I think we talked about this, about the prescriptive versus descriptive a bit. But no real conclusions, I think. What else did we bring up? Does anyone remember? Is there anything we should take care of?
Yeah, I think that was the main topic of discussion, was this requested event Mauricio suggested, and trying to understand, as you said, whether we want to have these, whether this means prescriptive events or not, and whether we want to have prescriptive events or not. And as you said, I think the discussion is not finished. But I guess for Mauricio, what we'll do, we'll work on this POC kind of outside of the spec for now until we reach a conclusion, so that it's not blocked on that.
That's good.
Yeah. But I would say that's something that it would be good to bring up maybe after CD event's gone, or it's CD event's gone, if you have some time to chat there, or in one of our next meetings or meetups, CD events.
Yeah, I actually proposed that we can talk about it on the CD Events Day. That's one of the subjects there, if we like to, and if people are interested enough to do it. So that's one possible topic for that. Yeah,
for sure.
So I guess we'll come to that later here today as well, on the planning for the CD Events Day. Okay. So we'll see when we take the next meetup. Guess sometime early autumn, maybe. We don't need to plan it now, since we have a couple of conferences coming up. I think that's enough for now. Should we go to the CD Events Con planning then, Andrea? I guess you're mostly on top of that. What is the status, and what is it we can help out with from this meeting, I think?
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Right. I'm not sure there's much that we can do right now in terms of missing things. So the main open point for me is the RSVP for the virtual attendees, and we depend on Emily to provide an update on that. I think Emily was traveling or was out for business, so I asked her to do some updates on the conference based on the latest information. We have now the list of panelists. There are some updates that can be put in the chat, so I asked her to do that. I'm waiting for the panel abstract and title from Tati and Melissa. Hopefully that will come soon as well. Apart from that, Kevin from GitLab and sorry, I forgot his name. And Stefan from Mirantis. They volunteered to help us with the in-person / virtual coordination. Cross-posting question, this kind of things. So we have 2 persons already volunteer for that, which seems enough to me. Maybe one could do morning and the other could do afternoon. Yeah, I think that's.
So a comment there on the virtual attendees. There is kind of like a link you can click on to register. But yeah, then it gives you a login page, and when you log in, nothing happens. And when you do the registration, you can register yourself to other events, but the SIG Events Con is not there on that registration page.
Yeah, the reason for that is that the in-person registration is closed because the event is full. And for the virtual attendees, there is going to be a different, separate registration URL, because that's going to go through Zoom. It's something that we/Emily manage, mostly Emily. And yeah, so we need to wait for her to provide us with a registration URL, and then we basically need to put it on social media and maybe add it to the event page as well.
Okay, yeah. Then it wasn't me then, but it was difficult. Yeah, good.
So now, since the physical event is full, how many seats did we have there? Did we announce how many are actually coming?
Well, at the moment, the event is at, I think, 141 attendees. It may be like 3 or 4 more. I think I'm waiting for the. Actually, I think we already have. I need to review the final list of speakers, including the panel and everything, to make sure. I asked already people to ping me if they are not able to register. And then when I have the full list of names, hopefully Emily can register in person people that needs to be in the system. So I sent her already a couple of names, but I don't know if she has done that. Like in the case for Stefan, that is going to help us with the virtual/in-person synchronization, but he was not able to register, so I asked Emily to add his name, for instance. Same for Fatih, and yeah, there may be more.
Yeah, I wasn't registered either since I was the last late registrants, but I got it accepted from Emily already that I am allowed in the room. Unfortunately. So I was thinking about the panel discussion there. I heard that Eric volunteered to facilitate it and drive the panel. Yes, that's super good, and Eric. And I was just thinking, do you feel that you would need any help on setting that up on, for example, what topics to be discussed in the panel, or is it something you feel you sort out by yourself?
No, basically there is a Google Doc, and I'm going to rely on that. So what I'm thinking is I would first ask every member of the panel to introduce themselves, and then ask someone to give some background on different topics, like software supply chain, for instance, just so everyone is on board. And then, yeah, start going through those questions and see where the discussion goes, and try to distribute equal airtime or something like that.
Sounds good. I have one input that I haven't written in the document, but I was thinking if we should have some more SIG event specific focus in one of the questions. I know that for the last bullet it says thoughts and ideas on SIG events here. I'm sharing it now. I'm not sure if you can see it, Eric. But I'm thinking if we should have kind of a top level question on what people believe SIG events could help them with in some way. Does that sound like a good topic?
Definitely, it would be in line with the general topic for the day, so to say. So that's good. Just yeah, I'm just hoping that question doesn't put people on the spot if they don't really know that much in detail what SIG events actually is. But then again, maybe they shouldn't be on SIG events day in that case.
Yeah, but they're free to say that, of course, if they're not aware of anything really. That's as well okay, I think. But yes, so we don't miss the opportunity for people to mention what they think about SIG events and how it can help them if they have any ideas on.
Very good point.
So I maybe can add it as a new question here. Then. Something like that. In what way do you think SIG events will help you in your SIG or project? Let's see if people are okay with discussing that.
I think that's a safe enough question.
Hope so.
Even if you bring them back to interoperability.
Yeah. That's fine. Just to let people react on it and say what they think about it. Yeah, good. So good luck, Eric, with that, and of course, reach out if you feel you need any more help in any way by preparing it.
Sure. Yes, thanks.
Any other comments from anyone on the panel or the SIG Events Con in large? No. Good stuff. Then we are on the SIG Events Day. I think it was called something else. Was the SIG Events Summit, or what was it really called? I didn't really find the meeting notes now.
I think it's a contributor summit. Yeah, SIG Events Contributor Summit.
So
Is that
there
the
is a
same as
Google
the-
Doc for that.
Yeah, is that the same as the community summit in the, we're talking about SIGCON, right?
SIGCON, yeah.
Yeah.
In the
So
Friday.
9 o'clock on Friday, community summit, yeah.
Exactly.
I have a question there. Is there a particular reason why it's only 3 hours? Because I'm just thinking from my own perspective. So I have a talk Tuesday morning and then 3 hours Friday morning. It would be okay for me to spend more time at the community summit than just 3 hours. But then again, maybe we can find some time slots in between Tuesday and Friday if we want to do some ad hoc work on SIG events or the SIG.
No, I guess we had the opportunity to do half a day or a full day, and we picked the half a day. But if we think that we could use the full day, I could ask again. The other thing is that it's going to be an hosting time, and for people joining remotely, the afternoon might be a bit not very friendly time.
Yeah, I guess maybe I shouldn't push for the actual community summit to be longer. Maybe what I mean is if at least some of us are going to be on the same place, we can maybe use that time somehow when we are not in a conference talks or something. For instance, Thursday afternoon, unless everyone is planning to have that as a recovery day, to maybe do something there. And just spitballing to make sure that we get use of the time that we spend in Texas.
Yeah, I'm going to be there. I'm just not going to be there all the way till Friday.
I saw that you had a talk, basically one of the first talks Tuesday, right?
Yes, I complained enough. They wanted to shut me up. They gave me a talk. You know what they say, the squeaky wheel gets the oil, right?
Yep.
So I won't be there. I'll be there like the 6th through the 8th. So I'm happy to get together and we can potentially do something during, the week as well. You do something informal and invite people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, we can at least keep the door open for it. I think that would be nice.
Seems like the right thing to do.
Yeah, you could always just meet somewhere like out in the lobby for coffee or something like that, and kind of announce like you're going to go to the patio at whatever time after and kind of announce that at a session. You'll get a few people to show up.
Yeah, I can announce it at my session. I think my session is, I don't remember when it is, but let me look at the property or reach out to somebody who may know the property to see if there's something that we could do informally. Maybe on Tuesday or Wednesday, earlier in the week.
Sorry, I'm just trying to find a good link to the summit itself, but it doesn't really work. So sorry.
Okay. I always have trouble finding it too.
Yeah, I don't think it's possible actually in the SCED webpage to do such things. Anyway, I removed it again. So yes, from my perspective, I will be there virtually, and I'm planning to attend the CityCon Tuesday, Wednesday, and then also the City Events Summit Friday. I don't intend to attend too much in between those dates, but of course, if there would be if someone who is there would like to set up a virtual session somehow, I could of course join for an hour somewhere, I guess. But otherwise, I guess you should benefit from meeting in person instead, you who are there.
I will, I'll look to see if there's I'll look at the property and see if there's some place we can try to get together, and I'll look at the schedule and see what makes sense.
Mhm.
I'll try to do something for Wednesday.
I'm thinking about the schedule, Andrea, or the topics to bring up on that meetup. I'm trying to find it now. I'm not sure if I have it. Is it something there we should discuss, think, or look into?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's not much time left before this event, and with KubeCon in the middle, I think there's not much time left really to organize. So if anyone wants to kind of drive this, that would be very welcome from my side. There is also 1 week of half term in the middle, so there's very little time left for me, at least, in terms of setting this up. So I don't know if we need to do anything behind setting up some topics, and then when we meet, we decide what to do, or we want to assign people to topics, and then people can group around the different topics, maybe go into breakout room to discuss different things. Or yeah, I have not put too much thought into it, to be honest, yet.
But this is a planning document, at least, which is being created. I think it was Fatih who set this up. Or did you do it, Andrea, maybe?
Yeah, I created the initial kind of empty shell, and Fatih, because Fatih had some ideas, so, and then
he added to it, yeah. And then I added some as well in the end here. So I actually added some more protocol discussion topics that could be added here, which we could look into. Eric, you say something?
No, what I was saying before was, is it way too late to discuss this a little bit during KubeCon, just to, because at least for me, it will be easier to dedicate time to city event stuff when I'm at KubeCon, because then I can physically call into meetings for all the various projects I'm involved in. Does this have to be settled before KubeCon?
Oh, no. I don't know. Do you know, Andre, if you need to set the schedule soon? Or?
I don't think so. I mean, it's up to us, really, what we want to do. So my expectation for this community summit was to be more like informal, so not to have like a full agenda, but we can if you want, but I think it's up to us really. Bye, Steve. Yeah. So if we have the morning, we could before the event, but it can be even like the last few days before the event. See what discussion we have pending. If we manage to close some of this topic until then, yeah, that's great. I don't think we need to fix them now.
I think we have quite a busy agenda on the SIG Events Con right now, so we might not find too many slots there to discuss these things in between
No,
presentations.
I was more thinking during the rest of KubeCon, not during SIG Events Con. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So I will be there the whole week. I will go home Friday morning actually, so I'll miss the Friday in KubeCon. Apart from that, I will be there the whole week, and I guess you, Eric, as well, and Andrea as well, right?
Yeah, I will be there the whole week as well.
Yeah, Matthias won't be there, I know, and Tracy, you won't be there either, right?
I won't be there.
Does anyone know if, for example, Mauricio will be there for the whole week?
Sorry, what was the question, Emil?
Yeah, do you know if Mauricio will be there for the whole week, for example, if we can have a chat with him during KubeCon?
I don't know. I haven't asked him. I can ask him, but I imagine he will. I mean, because it's there, well, at least some days. I mean, to access the day zero events, you need to be registered to KubeCon. So I think if you're traveling to Valencia and have the ticket for the conference, it's likely that there at least 1 or 2 days. But, yeah.
So if I'm reading the schedule correctly, Monday and Tuesday is only like day zero events, right? So basically there's no talks on Monday. Like
so
conference talks.
KubeCon proper begins on Wednesday, and it's Wednesday to Friday. So you have keynotes on Wednesday, Thursday morning, and then the other tracks as well.
Did you add the link, by the way, there to SIG Events Con? No, you didn't. So I saw it in the chat. Oops, that was not the right link, was it? Almost. Yep.
Yeah, it's also in the Academy.
Okay. So that's all then, I guess, for the SIG Events Summit, Contributor Summit. I don't see any actions we need to take on that now. We'll probably meet in KubeCon and might discuss this a bit more then. And that's the end of the things I intended to bring up today. Is there anything else from the rest of you that we should talk about now?
No, I mean, the only thing for me, we might want to follow up in terms of presentations. I think there is one in the pipeline that should happen at some point from Jamie. And we discussed.
We had one presentation when you were away on what's it called now?
Was it Directive?
Directive, yeah.
Oh, we had that already.
That, Andrea. Yeah.
Oh, I
so
watched the recording then.
but I think we tried to reach out to someone from Fidelity to make a presentation or present their thoughts on events in the fintech area.
Mhm.
But we haven't so far managed to reach out and to get contact with anyone there.
But wasn't that Jamie Plower?
Yes, I believe it was.
Because you tried to reach him, but you haven't gotten a response, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But did you have something else in mind, Andrea, or was it the one we just talked about?
No, I have
Fidelity.
like Fidelity directly, but that's happened already, so I'll go and watch the recording. I think what is the name of the project? Cartographer from the VMware folks. I think they will be presenting maybe at the supply chain, or they presented a supply chain SIG.
Yeah. So
do you know if that presentation happened already?
no, it will happen.
It happened.
I think Fatih mentioned it will be on May 26th, so the week after KubeCon.
Okay.
Um,
So we can see what the content is going to be there. I mean, and if you have more questions from the eventing point of view, we could ask them if they wanted to present in our SIG as well. Yeah, so no, I don't have anyone else in mind at the moment.
Yeah, we can mention that here. I managed to write something.
Yeah.
It wasn't 6, right? Yes. Oh, what happened? I just wrote something, but it disappeared. Someone else changed it at the same time.
Sorry, Emil, it might have been me.
Okay, I wrote it again.
It seems that it's updating very slowly. Sorry, so I'm not sure.
Maybe it's on my end. I don't know.
It's coming up now.
Yeah. So now at least I did that. I hope.
Yeah, I can see it now.
Ah, good. Okay. Okay, so that's all, unless you have something else to bring up today. I see Tracy has left as well. So I guess then we could close the SIG early today and see some of you on in Valencia next week.
Yeah. Yes.
That would be great. Okay.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, same here. Take care then. See you.
Yeah, you too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.